Hey, people, what's up? Wednesday, October 2nd, folks. We're here at 90 something degrees here in October, folks. You believe that? 90 something degrees we're here today. Another day, I think we're going to have that, and it's going to drop significantly. Well, in the 60s, I think. Well, that's significant, I guess you would say. What I'll talk about today's show, I'm going to talk about 5 keys, special keys, crucial keys that you need. It's going towards um, some of the network marketing people, and I just came across a video on about this. I'm doing my own excerpt video on this. It's going to be on my upcoming blog post. It's going to be on on Friday. So wherever you be watching this, comment below. I'm going to leave a special. How to run social media. The link will be on the bottom. It depends on where you're watching. If you're watching on my blog, it'll be on the bottom. If you're watching on YouTube, it'll be on the bottom. Watching on Facebook, it'll be on the bottom. It'll be somewhere in the comments, somewhere now here, okay? You can go check that out, everything. And this video is going to be talking about 5 different things you need to know to grow your network marketing business. It's contrary to what a lot more people want to believe. And I just seen another video talking about, and this dude was blunt like I am. He said, look, the old school days of doing network marketing and prospecting and thing is over. Okay, that's one of the things that's keeping you. Now, prospecting is an active thing that is you do of one instead of doing of many. Okay, what I mean by that is that leveraging social media, internet, the webinar, video, whether that's a activity that gets your message out to many. Instead of prospecting, you did your active out to one, home meeting, hotel meetings, all those type of ways of doing things. Really outdated, people. We're going into 2020. If you're still doing those type of things, and I know a lot of people say, well, they work. How efficiently do they work, really? Let's be honest with you. You got to be honest. Most people are not going to take the time out to go do a home meeting. They don't want to. They don't have time to. See, what is so great about media messaging marketing, Facebook marketing, all those time, these type of things have replays, and people can get to those when they need to get them to them, unless you're doing some things that are telling you that there's some scarcity, telling you, hey, yeah, look at this thing. We're not going to give you, it's not going to stay up there forever. But what I'm saying to you is that to get people to come to a meeting, it's like pulling a tooth. Okay, to get people to come to house meetings, I did that for a year. It's like pulling a tooth. When you do a Facebook Live or a YouTube or whatever it is, and you put this out there, it's so much easier doing this than to try to wait to see if anybody's going to come, to your, especially live interaction. You want interaction. So the video is going to talk about 5 different things. Okay, skill sets. We'll talk about audience growth. Now, no matter what you're doing in any type of business, you gotta have an audience to talk to. You have an audience to talk to. What kind of business do you want to have? Okay, you got to grow your audience. And a lot of times, even in the regular network marketing, they're talking about a list of people, and we're not really talking about people that you already know or your warm market so much, or even going out there cold prospecting either. See, the whole point in marketing, we say network marketing, and we're networking and we're marketing to people who are looking for what you got. Okay? That's one thing about growing your audience, growing your list. Okay. Another thing you're gonna have to do is create engaging content. Content. You know, the term content is king. Content is king. Content is king in this business. Okay. You have great engaging content. Nobody's gonna look at your message. Nobody's gonna look at your content. It has to be engaging for people to be interested in, wanting to know what you're saying and what it is, because content gives information. Get a little more information to what your business or whatever you're selling is conveying. Okay, it's got to be engaging. It's got to draw people in. Okay, this is another thing this video will be talking about. Okay, 3, you got to Be able to communicate, people. You got to communicate what you are talking about, okay? You got to communicate even when you're doing one-on-one. You got to be able to communicate. If you're doing one-to-many, you got to be able to communicate what your message is. It has to be clear about who you're talking to. So communication, people, is very important, okay? 4, you got to learn the conversion. Now, conversions are the most important of your communication, your content. Without conversions, that means turning your content into cash money, okay? Has the greatest content in the world, if you can't get it to pay you, it's just content, people. That's what the whole thing is. Regardless, we're in business to make money. So learning to convert that content into cash money. The 5th and final one that most people a lot of times too fail at, and they're all important, but you have to be tenacious. You got to be consistent in what you're doing, okay? You got to be. If you're not tenacious, you're not consistent, okay? with your business, how are you gonna do it? Everybody wants things fast. Everybody wants things instantaneous, and we live in this microwave society. We live in this society where everybody wants things now, quick. Man, it don't work that way, folks. It don't work that way. People, you gotta put time in. You gotta put some work in. You gotta do the work. There's no easy button to this. The thing that works out, you don't have to be very good, but you got to be consistent about what you're doing. If you're not consistent about what you're doing, you're not going to get it done. You're not going to get the results that you're looking for. You got to be in the trenches. It takes time to do this. It takes time to get the results. It takes time for all this stuff to gel together. And no matter how you're doing it, online and offline, it's just so much easier to do this online because of the leverage factor. Okay, people. So with that being said, excuse me, let's take a look at this video with Norbert Orwitz, who's going to break all these things down that I just want to describe to you about the 5 skills things you need to make a network marketing business success. Okay, sit back and relax. I hope you take some notes with this video, and we'll see you on the next video. And the information will be.
It's Norbert Orlowitz here, co-founder at MLSP, where we help home business owners get results. In this video, we're going to be discussing the 5 key skills that you absolutely must develop if you want to create success in your network marketing business and leverage the internet. In my 10 years of experience working with network marketers online, one of the challenges that I found is that a lot of marketers online tend to spend and waste a lot of time on activities and things that they really shouldn't be doing, things that aren't creating results in their business. So in this video, I want to share with you the 5 key things that you absolutely must focus on and must develop to create success and results. All right, so let's get started with the first skill, and probably one of the most important, and that is your skill of audience growth, your ability to execute on the activities necessary to grow your audience. Now, if you've followed us for any amount of time and maybe watched some of our other videos, you might already be familiar with our 3 key activities. It's part of our MLSP framework, and those are build audience, engage audience, and sell to your audience. These are the 3 key activities to creating a successful online marketing campaign. The first step in that framework is building your audience. And that's why this is such an important skill that you absolutely must develop and execute on. So the first question that you want to ask yourself is where? Where are you going to be building your audience? Which platforms are you going to leverage to grow your audience and your network? So typically with a lot of our students, when they're just getting started, we'll recommend that they get started building their audiences and their network on Facebook, because it is one of the largest social media platforms there is, and it's really easy to grow your audience on Facebook. So you could build your network on your Facebook profile, simply connecting and networking with other entrepreneurs, other people that might be interested in your products, services, and opportunity. But Facebook has actually 4 specific places where you can create and build audiences. The profile is the first one. The next place would be your Facebook business page, where you're building an audience of people who like your page. The next would be your Facebook groups, where you actually create a community, a Facebook group, and you become the facilitator of that community. Incredibly powerful way to build an engaged audience. And then finally, Facebook custom audiences. Now, this, of course, you would have to have a business page in order to be able to build custom audiences. This is a bit more of an advanced strategy, but it's an incredibly powerful strategy to build audiences as well. Now, beyond Facebook, we've got to mention building your email list. This is one of the things that we've been teaching since we launched back in 2008, how important it is to build your email list of qualified prospects. This is an incredible asset that you can build and a very engaged audience. Now, one of the newer places to build a list of subscribers is on ManyChat, building a subscriber list on Facebook Messenger. Very similar to building an email list with an autoresponder and email software, but this time you're building a subscriber list and leveraging the Facebook instant messaging platform. Now, this might be a little bit more of an advanced strategy, so if you're just getting started, I would definitely focus just on the Facebook audiences and your email list. Beyond that, you've got many other platforms where you can grow an audience. Any of the big social media platforms like Instagram, maybe Twitter, YouTube if you want to get into videos and video publishing, LinkedIn, we've got Snapchat, iTunes, SoundCloud if you want to do podcast, and any other social media platform where you can grow an audience. Now, I have separated these into primary and secondary audiences. And the reason for that is if you're just getting started, you should most likely simply focus on growing your Facebook profile, your Facebook network. In fact, we've got a powerful course called Secret Social Blueprint, where we lay out a very specific and simple strategy that anyone can leverage to grow their network very quickly right there on Facebook, on your Facebook profile, and turn that network, those contacts that you make, into conversations, prospects, and sales into your business. We'll leave the link in the description below. So as you can see, there are many different options for where you can grow your audience. And I think that a lot of marketers online, this creates a lot of confusion, because when you have a lot of options, it's hard to decide where you should be focused on. And we see far too many people taking bad advice, thinking that they need to build an audience on every single one of these social media platforms. Do not follow that advice. This is why part of the MLSP framework we call the 3 phases of growth. And we want you to actually progress through the 3 phases of growth so that you're not trying to do everything at one time, but you're focused on very specific money-making activities. So in the first phase, what we teach is simply social media, networking, and prospecting. Going out on social media and connecting and engaging and networking with potential prospects. This is the quickest, easiest way to quickly grow your network, grow your audience, make connections, discover new prospects, and actually make sales and signups in your business. Again, you'll want to check out the Secret Social Blueprint course. The link is in the description. Now, once you've begun to get comfortable with these simple social media networking activities, you want to start moving into phase 2 as quickly as possible. This is where we help you focus on developing your personal brand, creating your online presence, and actually creating content that's going to be specific and engaging with your ideal customer and your ideal audience. In this second phase is where we really start to dive into this concept of attraction marketing. And if you want to learn more about that, we've got a complete series of training videos to explain to you and show you the power of attraction marketing. We'll have the link to that in the description below as well. Now, once you've mastered this second phase of these 3 phases of growth, you're building an audience, you're attracting quality prospects, you're creating your own content, you can now move into the third phase of our 3 phases of growth, which is paid ads, automation, and course creation. So here's what's really important for you right now. You need to decide which phase of growth are you in. If you're just getting started, if you're just starting to grow your business, if you're not really generating a lot of leads and sales in your business online, there's really no reason for you to be focusing on third phase activities like paid ads, advanced automation, and even course creation. Right now, you should be focused on the simple strategies in phase 1 and phase 2. And when you make this simple decision, it'll simplify all of your marketing and get you laser focused. So let's go back to this list of primary audiences that I've given you, and let's make a decision here right now. If you've decided that you're focusing on the first 2 phases, networking and prospecting, and creating engaging content, most likely you will want to simply just focus on building your Facebook profile audience. Perhaps get into Facebook groups if you start to get comfortable with that, and obviously always focus on your email list. And that's it. Once you start to get into the second and third phases and you get really comfortable with this, then perhaps you can start to consider expanding your audience growth. Thinking about maybe starting a Facebook business page if you're going to be doing paid ads. Perhaps getting into ManyChat and Facebook Messenger and some of these advanced audience growth strategies. The key here is to stay focused, keep it simple, and stay consistent with the activities so you actually create audience growth on a regular and consistent basis. All right, so this leads us directly into skill number 2, the skill of creating engaging content, your ability to create and share valuable content that is engaging to your audience. There's a ton of different content that you can post on social media, but it's very important that you understand how to create engaging content and not just post random content that doesn't do anything to enhance your brand and attract the right customers. Like any skill, this is a skill that's going to take education, training, and practice. However, this is a skill that you absolutely must master, especially if at some point you want to get into creating marketing campaigns, writing copy, and posting ads and creating paid advertising campaigns. Imagine trying to create a paid ad campaign, writing ads, spending money on paid advertising, and not knowing how to create engaging content. Most likely, you're going to lose a lot of money in the process. And we see this happen all the time. All right, so what kind of content can you create? Well, there's tons of different types of contents that you can be creating. And what you'll want to do is decide and choose specific ones. So of course you can create lots of different kinds of social media posts, blog posts, you can write emails, you can do Facebook Lives, you can focus on creating videos, you can just comment on other content that's already been created. You can create webinars, podcasts, YouTube videos, ebooks, training and tutorial series, and the list goes on and on. The challenge here again comes down to confusion and overwhelm. You need to make a decision on exactly what kind of content you're going to focus on. What I want you to do right now is to actually choose your 3 favorite types of content that you will create regularly. Think about the platform that you're using to grow your audience. Think about the type of content you're going to be comfortable creating, and now simply decide your 3 favorite types of content that you'll create regularly and forget about everything else. So if you're growing your Facebook profile, then obviously you might want to be creating social media posts, perhaps Facebook Lives, and sending out emails as you grow your email list. If you really want to get into video and build your YouTube channel, well, then obviously you'll be creating YouTube videos. However, you'll probably also want to be building an audience on another primary social media profile, let's say Facebook profile. So you'll be creating social media posts, and obviously we always recommend you build your email list as well. So you'd be creating YouTube videos, social media posts, and writing emails. Now, no matter what type of content you choose to create, I highly recommend you check out our other video that we created where we share 7 tools and hacks to make sure you never run out of ideas for content. We'll post a link to that video in the description as well. All right, so let's now move on to skill number 3, the critical skill of communication. Your ability to communicate effectively, both one-to-many and one-to-one. Now, this skill is critical regardless of whether or not you're simply copywriting, whether you're speaking, whether you're creating videos, whether you're simply having one-on-one conversations or if you want to run webinars. We've already discussed how important it is for you to be able to create engaging content online. And you also know how important it is for you to be able to communicate with your prospects one-to-one. So you can see that regardless, whether you're creating video, whether you're simply creating social media posts, whether you're speaking on stage, or whether you're having personal conversations, this is a skill that you've got to be working on developing every single day. Now, understand that this is a skill that will develop over time. It's not something that you can hack. You can't master it in a few days or with just one course. This is a skill that you constantly have to be practicing over time. So get to work. Start creating social media posts. Start recording Facebook Live videos. Start having conversations every single day, because this skill will only develop if you put it into practice through experience. Now, we know how important developing this skill is, and that's why we focus a lot of time and energy and a lot of training inside of our membership with our community of students to help them develop these skills, because we know how critical they are to your network marketing success. All right, and this leads us right into skill number 4, conversions. Your ability to convert leads and prospects into buyers. Now, you might already have some tools and resources and presentations that you can already leverage to help you convert your leads into buyers, and that's great. But I want to stress here that you do not want to become dependent on other people to make sales for you. Obviously, when you're getting started, you want to leverage as many of these tools as you possibly can. But I'm telling you right now, this is a skill that you want to develop and master yourself. Think about all the top earners and leaders inside of your company and in this industry. All of them, without question, are great closers. So you can see how important this skill is to becoming a top earner in your profession. Now, just like the previous skill, this skill is going to develop over time through practice and experience. There's no shortcuts, there's no hacks. So as you develop your communication skills and have more conversations and create more videos and really become a student of this process, you're going to develop your conversion skills, your sales skills as well. And this is going to bring us to the final skill, skill number 5, tenacity. Your ability to remain consistent and persistent no matter what. Now, honestly, this is probably the most important skill, because for us, what we've noticed over the last decade in this industry, that it's the people that stick with it long enough that will eventually create results and success. Everyone's got their own journey. Some people come into this industry and create results very quickly. For others, unfortunately, it might take months or years. I don't know how long it's going to take for you, but if you want it bad enough, you're going to have to remain consistent and persistent, to continue to work and develop these skills, to constantly get better and better every day and every single week. And eventually, you will get the results you desire. When you look at all of the leaders that have crossed our stage and that have created incredible results inside of our community, every single one of them is consistent and persistent. Every single one of them is tenacious. This is one of the reasons that we've chosen the honey badger as our mascot for MLSP, because of their tenaciousness. They will not give up no matter what. And that's the kind of attitude you've got to have as well. I hope this video has given you a lot of clarity to help you see what you should be focused on, to give you some specific action steps, and to show you clearly the skills that you've got to be focused on developing every single day to create results and success in your network marketing business. So if you're serious and committed about developing these skills in yourself and becoming the leader that you were meant to be, this is something that we've been doing inside of our community since 2008, developing and growing leaders in this industry. I invite you to come take a look at the incredible training, mentorship, and community support that we provide. I'll have the link for you down in the description if you want to check it out.
And the information will be below, okay? Take it easy.